Good afternoon. Can I fancy you on a pint of Guinness? I've never once watched that guy's video.
Red October. Red October.
Yeah, what's up? We got the Guido back in the house. We got a star-studded freaking week going on. Eagles, Bucs, Tampa Bay report going on.
By the way, you messed up my boy's intro. It's good morning, Motonistas.
I've never once watched.
That's my guy, dude. I love his videos.
If you don't know who we're talking about, I'll share it later. Eagles, Bucs around the league. We got the Phillies, Red October.
If you don't know the Muttonista guy, you're a bed bug.
I don't know. And of course, we got upcoming matchups around the league. Got Eagles, Broncos, Bo Nix. I supposedly looked really good last night. I don't know.
Yeah,
But anyway, how are you, boys? Guido, where'd you watch the Eagles Bucs game?
I watched it from my couch. Best seat in the house.
That's right.
I had a couch game myself. It was solid. Phil even stopped by the couch game.
Yeah, I wanted to make it out there. I just had a lot going on Monday morning, and it would have been tough to make it. And it's no better than just sitting on the couch, And it was a hot game too.
What were the ticket prices like?
Honestly, they weren't bad. I had a lot of friends actually that live out here in Florida that went to the game, and they last minute, the last few days, they got tickets for, I think they said $250, which isn't bad for 2-3-0 teams.
Yeah,
Someone said my poor ass is going to the game this coming Sunday because a friend got me tickets. First Birds game live.
Oh, come to N8. Come eat with us. N8 in the back corner where the porta pots are. You have the best time of your life. Everything's free.
It's just eating, and some dude was telling me to go to P-Lot. And that guy we met at the Eagles race was like a P-Lot guy. And the wedding, that video we had was P-Lot.
We need scooters.
Need scooters. Yeah. So this is not a lot of people are talking about it, but I kind of turned to you during the middle of the game this week, and they were bad in the first half last week, great in the second half. Obviously won the game against the Rams. And then they were very good in the first half this week, but bad in the second half. They haven't put together 4 quarters, but I don't know. Was Jalen Hurts concussed? He hit the ground pretty hard, and I was like, dude, put Tanner McKee, and all we need is 7 to 10 points. We win this game. And then the offense was just awful for the entire half.
Yeah, I'm curious who we are, what our identity is. Are we the team that is at their worst, or are we the team at our
2023 best? Where they were good and then they collapsed.
Yeah, are we limping through this and then eventually this will all sort of come to a head? But they were really efficient in the beginning of that game and then towards the end of the Ram game. So I think that's our team.
Yeah, I feel like right now the Eagles are playing off of just straight raw talent right now. As in, if these guys don't produce or the defense takes, a stinker, I feel like the Eagles could definitely, with the games they played, they could definitely be in a 1-3 situation, but our defense has prevailed. Our defense has played very good. And I just feel like the team is just they're not all playing on all cylinders right now. And I feel like they're just relying on the talented guys around them to make plays,
And 2 special teams wins too, right? You got
that's what I'm saying.
Twice.
Everyone is playing, like I said, Jalen Hurts says, all possessions of the field, everyone's playing, doing their part. But I just feel like it's just, as they say, the play calling and everything, it just feels like it's coming. The guys are making talented plays, but as far as them playing as a unit, I just don't see that happening right now.
Yeah, they're making plays. They get turnovers, and they're not turning the ball over. Adam Schefter posted that they've been outgained 348 yards, and they've only played 4 games. It's almost an entire football field per game. They're bend but not break, and they're getting turnovers, and then Jalen doesn't turn the ball over. 1 fumble, that's about it, and no interceptions from Jalen. And they have 4 or 5 takeaways on defense plus the 2 pump blocks. So that's really –
he's the only QB with no picks. But who'd you rather be? Dallas Cowboys have the number 1 offense, over 400 yards a game, but they have the 32nd defense.
A lot of those teams, I feel like they have – it's that style of game. And then they You know, they're all like 2-3, 1-2, etc. It just seems like that's what people want to see, but like Jordan has a lot of interceptions, and I don't know.
Well, I'm happy we're winning, right? So that's the key here. You watch a team like the Chiefs. The Chiefs start out slow, kind of not really playing good complementary ball. They played great on Sunday. Like the Chiefs look like the old Chiefs. So, you know, what would you rather be? 2-2 or 4-0? 2-2 and kind of rising up. I mean, what did we start last year? 2-2?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be 4-0 and
Same.
still not know our identity, and we'll figure it out, you know, than being like you said 2-2 and then still figuring it out. You know what I mean? So I agree with that.
4-0 versus 2-2 last year. What's changed? I think what's changed is none of the other teams are really that good. We still have enough talent to kind of overcome it, or we control time of possession, or we have a plus turnover margin, or there's always something in the game that we can hang our hat on. But other than that, you know, you watch all these teams. I don't really think anybody's separated themselves yet. So it's a great way this time of year to find a way to win, and then you know, be in a spot where you're 4-0 and they have the potential to get better. But
especially with who you
together
played. Our first
great
4 games
teams.
were against really good playoff teams.
Yeah, tough team.
Our next few games, I mean, the Broncos, I don't know, they're on a short rest. They're doing the West Coast travel. It's a 1:00 game. I feel like the Eagles will have the edge this week, and then it gets a little light. You get the Giants twice.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy they went through this, you know, this initial gauntlet. A lot of people had them at 2-2 or worse, picking these games. Dallas, Chiefs, Rams. So I think the Eagles are in great shape. But they have a lot to fix.
Yeah, Jackson Dart looked pretty good, but yeah, their next 4, they got the Giants twice, they got the Broncos, then they've got.
I mean, Jackson Dart looked good. It was his first game playing, no tape film on him. You know what I mean? He came in firing. It's almost like any rookie. It's like Jaden Daniels coming in last year, lighting up the league. Like, you know, obviously it's a spark from Russell, but I wouldn't be too worried about him, especially since they just lost Malik Neighbors too. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy how these young guys come in, and then once there's tape on them, they stink. Like DJ Stroud's really struggling. The Commanders lost to the Falcons this week. You know, they come in ready. They've kind of dumbed down the game, dumbed down the offense, and then once there's tape on these guys, they get figured out. But it's kind of dangerous for the Eagles because we play them twice in 4 weeks. But I'm not going to get too ahead of it. I mean, they're 4-0, and instead of 2-2 from last year. What's changed? I don't know. They've got a lot of the same guys, and just kind of keeping the game within reach, so to speak, and finding ways to win. That's been the mentality.
I just think they are a better team too than last year, just because like that might be a difference too. Like last year was the first year for like Quinton Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. You know, they added a few new young guys, so that was like the new dynasty that they're building. And now this year, they all got a year under their belt. They're Super Bowl champions. So I feel like now we're all like they have the chemistry together, you know, so they're playing better together.
The coordinator is the answer to your question. What's changed? I mean, your offensive coordinator is new, and clearly he's not finding a way to incorporate all of his weapons into games. And like you said, Guido, like luckily you have enough talent that it's popping at certain times, but it doesn't feel like methodical. Like it doesn't feel cohesive. It just kind of feels like
flow.
Oh, yeah. AJ, we haven't thrown it to AJ in a bunch of plays. All right, let's just do like a swing pass out to the side, but it's not blocked correctly. Like nobody's assignments are hitting right. The offense coordinator really, really needs to get his act together.
Yeah.
I meant more what's changed in a positive way. Like they weren't great last year and they're 2-2. They were not really putting it all together this year, and they're 4-0. And nobody likes the coordinator. People will take Kellen Moore back in a heartbeat, but at this point last year, I guess it's the teams we've played and they've had some injuries and who we've played against, but more what's changed in a positive sense of how they just keep winning. They haven't lost in 20-something weeks Jalen Hurts has played. I think it's just got to be the turnover margin. That's the only real stat I could look at. They don't throw for a whole lot of yards. They're not rushing for a whole lot of yards this year. You know, the only thing you can really hang your hat on is turnovers, because they're giving up a ton of yards on defense. Yeah, they're giving up a ton of yards on defense, but the AJ Brown story is interesting. The involvement. We posted it earlier this week. A lot of people have talked about it. All the other receivers got about 4 targets each. Dallas Goedert 4 targets. Devontae Smith 2 targets, 2 catches. Saquon had 2 or 3 catches on a few targets, and AJ Brown had 9 targets. Now, some people say, it was thrown out of bounds or it was thrown into double coverage. But, even if you take 9 out of those 9 targets, even if you take half of them away, he led the team in targets. So I got to look back at what those 9 targets were and how they look. But he's getting volume. I think he's more frustrated at himself than he is about trying to leave the team or the team stinks or something like that. I don't know what you guys think about the AJ Brown drama, but
this is kind of a different take on it. I honestly think too, when it comes down to AJ Brown, it's also a thing with Jalen Hurts. Obviously, we know, and which we're happy about, Jalen Hurts protects the football. He doesn't throw in interceptions. But I also feel like when you have a guy like AJ Brown, you got to just get the ball out there to him and let him make a play and trust him that he can make a play on the ball. He's way bigger than these guys. And I feel like Jalen is such a perfectionist. He doesn't want to let the ball loose and may risk an interception or something. You know what I mean? I feel like he can, it's AJ Brown. He got one-on-one. There's many times where he's one-on-one. Send him on a post route or something, let him go up for the ball and bring it down. I feel like Jalen just doesn't either trust him or he doesn't trust himself to make the throw, or he doesn't want to risk the interception.
My problem mainly that I have with AJ Brown is that this whole issue is something that he's created from scratch. Typically in Philly, the media is crafting these stories and things like that. Nobody in the offense is really doing that well. Saquon Barkley is not having a good season at all. Devontae Smith is not having a very good season at all. Statistic wise, obviously the team's 4-0, and same with AJ Brown. Those guys aren't going to Twitter after games and putting out these cryptic messages and cryptic tweets. He's creating this himself. And Phil, you made one of the best points in text, and I used it 10 times when I was talking to people this week, so I want to give you credit. The whole inner excellence thing. If that's your book and that's your dude, if you're driven by inner excellence, why are you so worried about exterior stats? The team is winning. Why is that not good enough that you need to create these narratives and make a national story out of a 4-0 team? Because it's on ESPN and all these other stupid stations are talking about these tweets. It's not about you, it's about the team. I was very disappointed in AJ Brown.
Yeah, those kind of books, I just work in management, and it's very mental, the wake up, the cold call, the sales books, the gurus, the self-help books. The whole thesis of that book is peak performance comes from inside and not chasing external validation. And to go out and tweet out there to try and get a rise out of people or try to make a statement is seeking external validation. You're venting to the public. You really don't have self-control. That's my main problem about books like that too. You can't just read about it. You got to kind of be about it. Your actions speak louder than, or your actions speak louder than your words, and his actions to basically shown that no matter how many times he reads that book, he's just not understanding the whole purpose of it, where you got to you can't worry about how many yards Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson has.
Is AJ Brown open, and is he not being delivered the ball when he's open? Because it's hard to see. We don't see the all 52 film, but I'm listening to WIP. I'm watching NBC Philly. I'm not seeing sometimes they'll show he's wide open across the field and Hurts doesn't throw the ball. I'm not seeing that. I just don't really think he's open. I don't think he has a lot of juice in his route. I thought he was hurt when we were at the game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It felt like any time that you could tell, anytime the play wasn't designed to go to him, he was just kind of going through the motions through his routes.
Too, yeah.
It's him 100%. And maybe it is. Maybe that tweet is him. Maybe he's I just want to leave the room. I'm turning my back. I'm upset, blah, blah, blah. But again, you're putting it out there. You're creating.
For us to decipher what's he's really being said or whatever.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
He's talking about himself. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to do that. And his little quote said about making a scene. He made a scene. That's making a scene. That's what.
It's not just the Eagles, though. I've seen a couple times on Eagles plays where like two wide receivers are standing like right directly on top of each other. Like they obviously ran the wrong route.
Well, that's also the play calling too.
I saw the Packers do it where they had like two guys literally running down the field and the ball was up in the air. And like the one guy had to like back off and let the other guy catch it. Like it's still early in the year where they're working things out. But having said that, like there was games like in prior years when he was frustrated that he was running wide open and it was the quarterback's fault. In this circumstance, he was not open. They still forced it to him 9 times. Again, even if you take 3, 4, 5 of those away, he would still lead the team in targets. And the one was like in double coverage. It's mostly the OC and him right now. So hopefully they'll work that out and get some better designs going. But other than that, in a couple of the halves, the offense looked great. But at other times, they're still figuring things out. What are the people saying?
Jackson Dart, and this is gonna sound like mean, but I would actually like to know what his Wonderlic score is. If you guys don't know, those of you guys watching, the Wonderlic score is a speed test that all quarterbacks take. Something tells me that he's very low IQ. I could be wrong, but
he was wearing a big gold chain while he was playing.
Like I think he's an idiot. I'm being dead serious. He apparently, when he went out to do the coin flip, he had no idea what to do. I'm sure the coaches probably told him defer, go this, go that. Then after the win, he decides to go after Herbert's girlfriend, which is like a super
before the game. He posted
juvenile low IQ move. So Jackson Dart, I can't see like much coming out of him.
It's
very immature.
We expect a lot out of these guys, and then it's like, yeah, these guys are in their 20s.
Yeah.
You know, I was an idiot too, texting, tweeting dumb stuff, posting stupid stuff at that age. But yeah, he posted Justin Herbert's girlfriend and then immediately took it down, but got caught. The swagger usually works for some of these rookies and stuff like that. But as I said, as time goes on, have they progress their career, it works as in their rookie year, but they eventually get figured out. And the people that have longevity in the NFL are the people that have good spatial mental awareness, inner excellence, and can handle themselves at press conferences or not on social media. I mean, those are the people that have best careers. But around the league, I wish we didn't see him yet. I wish we still had Russell in there or like Jameis Winston these next couple times we played him. But the besides the Giants, the Packers tied the Cowboys, and I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch that at all, but it was a wild finish as far as when it went to overtime. The Cowboys kicked a field goal, and it should have never ended in a tie. There was maybe 4 or 5 seconds left, and the Packers threw to the end zone, and for some reason, there was the clock stopped with 1 second left, and that's when they kicked the field goal to tie it. But the Cowboys should actually. Cowboys should actually.
I saw that. It was 1 second. The play that was incredible was the Micah Parsons tackle.
Yeah, and saved the touchdown.
Yeah,
that was wild. Yeah, and Pickens was good, so they didn't have CeeDee Lamb, but I think it was a massive win for the Eagles because the Cowboys loss would have buried them like 1-3. Now they're 1-2-1. And a Packers loss, like should the Cowboys would have won, the Packers would have dropped them down to 2-2. Now they're like 2-1-1. So they're both like kind of mid now. It was kind of the best case scenario, I think, for the Eagles because the not getting a win doesn't help the Cowboys in our division, and if you're trying to get to 12 wins or 13 wins, the not getting the win for the Cowboys is bigger. Sometimes the tie helps you because it's not a loss, but in this scenario, with the extra game, I think they can only get to a certain win number now, and they kind of blew one there. So,
yeah, we teams against both those teams too. We still got one more against Dallas. We could sweep them, and
we play Green Bay after the bye.
Yeah, everyone thought Green Bay was like the cream of the crop. And,
so did I. I think that was also a big game too for us looking at, as in like Dallas just dropped 40 on Green Bay. as in like their defense aspect of the, at that side of the game. And I just feel like going in Green Bay's got this lockdown defense, added Michael Parsons, but meanwhile Dallas put up 40 on them. I don't think they're as good as people are putting them up to be.
And the 49ers lost this week. And that Jacksonville coach, like Duval, that guy's like a character. He's like fighting people. He's a real weird dude. Liam Cohen.
Yeah, Travis Etienne, man. He had a good game. He's like fringe for me on fantasy. I'm thinking about maybe giving him a go.
I also seen something about Travis Hunter that I think they're going to keep him on one side of the ball. They're not going to keep putting him on both sides of the ball anymore. I didn't think that was sustainable anyway.
Yeah. Cool though.
Yeah.
Hasn't been a player to do that in a while.
Yeah.
It was great all around. And then the Commanders lost to the Falcons. The Falcons were home, and at times
they're banged up, them Commanders, dude. They're all banged up. No Scary Terry and no Jaden Daniels as a Mama Luke was out too.
Sometimes the Falcons and Michael Penix and them dudes getting shootouts, and they tend to lose those games, but they won big against the Commanders.
Then they got shut out by Carolina last week. Like that's a team that you just never know what you're about to get.
Falcons they're wild, man.
They're frisky.
So, yeah. And this week, not as great for the Eagles. The Eagles got everybody to kind of catch an L last week. This week, the Giants played the Saints, who are horrible. The Commanders play the Chargers. The Commanders could catch another L. And the Cowboys play the Jets. The Jets are just – the Mets and the Jets are just – if you're a Mets-Jets fan, you're having a bad friggin' –
I knew a lot of Met Jet guys at Rutgers, man. Those guys are down bad.
Yeah.
You're having a bad life with Met Jets. And
yeah, I did an interview today for Axios, and he said, what's something that's like giving you a good feeling about the Phillies going to the playoffs? And I said the Mets collapse. And he started laughing. He's like, why do you say that? I'm like, you don't understand. When the New York teams do terrible, it gives us this unbelievable like little boost.
It's great. Yeah, so the Cubs won today, and the Reds and Dodgers are playing their first game pretty soon. We don't play till Saturday. We're going on Monday. So we don't know who we play.
Al's out.
I'm ready, baby.
Coyle can't come. Our friend Alex Coyle is first person.
Dang.
He's been dying to
we
go.
could do that thing. We could like pull up to the penitentiary and bail somebody out and take them to the Phillies.
Bring somebody from jail.
Have you seen that Instagram channel, Guido?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's wild. This guy he bails like a random person out of jail. He'll have like 2 cigarettes and like a pint of something, and like they take him out. They take him to like the amusement park, the baseball game. It's like crazy. Like, the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Take him to Ginza.
Yeah, they take him like hibachi, and he's like catching your sprint out and stuff. It's the most unhinged Instagram channel I ever saw.
I want to do one of those with one of the McDonald's videos where I go and order like 50 cheeseburgers, and they're like, "Oh, who's it for?" And they're like, "It's for the homeless." And then the guy's just like in his like Tesla with like a million VR screens, and he's like gambling, and he's eating all the chicken nuggets like himself. That'd be fine.
You did do the kind deed in Brazil, though. I'll have the people remember that when you bought all the peanuts from that guy. That was cool.
Yeah, so Eagles Broncos this week. We got a big slate coming up. Going to be getting very little sleep, but we may get some early games, potential 1:00 baseball games, and games Saturday home, Monday home. So basically Saturday, Sunday, Monday, there's games at the complex. The complex is going to be rocking. And then they will be...
And Flyers in Temple on Saturday.
Wow.
Saturday's going to be wild. They moved the Flyers to 12, by the way. Make sure if you have Flyers tickets. It got moved up.
And then Wednesday, Thursday, they'll be on the road either at Cincinnati or probably in LA. So that Thursday night's going to be a huge bar night. Giants, Eagles, and Phillies game 4, I believe, of the NLDS. So
that Giants-Eagles game, that's Thursday night?
Thursday night. So we got Broncos and then a short turnaround. But the Broncos just played Monday night, and they look pretty good. I think Bo Nix had a great game. They are 2-2, and their 2 losses were very close. They lost to the Chargers, who were undefeated going into last week against the Giants, and they lost to – I don't know who else they lost to.
Real quick, I'll use one of Guido's favorite words. The Cincinnati Bengals are putrid. For the record, I'm just saying, like, don't give Bo Nix too much credit for that win last night. They stink.
I was gonna say this. I was thinking the same thing.
That T. Higgins can't play. The running back is okay. They've got no quarterback.
The running back is Sidney Brown's brother.
Yeah,
they
they're horrible.
They beat the Titans. They lost. They beat the Titans, who stink. They lost to the Colts by 1 point, who are surprisingly very good. They lost to the Chargers by 3, who are pretty good, and they beat the piss out of the Bengals. So they're a solid 2-2.
Yeah, Denver's a good team, but I just think Bo Nix still being young, coming into Philly, short week, doing the West Coast trip. As long as their D-line is healthy and stuff, I feel like we'll get to them. I feel like, that's going to be the factor in that game. I honestly don't think we should have a problem with Denver. Denver isn't a solid team, though. I wouldn't say it's an automatic win, but I just feel like with our defense, with Bo being young still, I think we get to them.
Eagles had a tough schedule, but then they're catching these good teams that haven't traveled.
We talked about earlier. It was hard the first 4 games, like all winning teams, playoff teams. And now, like I said, we're getting kind of a nice break, and then we'll have the bye, and then we'll have it go into, then we play Green Bay. So it actually, schedule right now, we're in very good shape right now.
Oh my gosh. This is hysterical.
We got breaking news.
Breaking news. I have to just skip the whole HUD sheet and go right to meme of the week, and it's not even one of ours. Drew. Just Photoshop Moose and Mrs. Moose and Cowboys.
Do the Moose and Drew have beef? Because I feel like Drew is always coming at the Moose.
This is meme of the week. Dallas Cowboys. Moose.
This is making me feel nauseous, though. This is making me sick to my stomach.
Moose and Mrs. Moose.
Oh, my camera perspective changed. I like this.
Yeah, I like this better.
You like the room better? So
I like this better.
Shout out to all the people who went down to freaking Tampa. Speaking of all the guys at tailgate, shout out to the Philly Jim McVay. Woo! So
I also feel like the next 4 games too is a good 4 games for us to figure it out, because the teams aren't that good. This is like, you figure it out now, or after the bye, it's like there's no fixing it after that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just looking at lines. We're 7.5 point favorites against the Giants already.
Luch said, I think Drew is not a fan. Oh.
Yeah. I think there's beef there. I really do. And I think it's hilarious. Fan on fan crime. Eagles are 4.5 point faves at home against the Denver Broncos, over under 43.5. That's a pretty middle of the road over under, not as low as like Vikings Browns is 35. Dallas Jets is like 47. Commanders Chargers 48.
That Eagle line
is they think like a middle of the road scoring game.
That's a pretty tight line, actually.
4.5.
I feel like we probably score maybe 24, 27 points. I feel like we can hold Denver to like 14, 17 points, honestly.
A commanding Eagles W?
I think it's commanding this week. I'm going like 31-17.
Yeah, I don't see Denver scoring more than 17. That's my take too. I think Denver takes at least like 17 points.
Yeah, I'm going to go Eagles 24-17. The Eagles have a 61% chance to win the game, according to ESPN Analytics. Jalen Hurts has 600 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Bo Nix has 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, so he's going to give you at least 1. He's got a lot of yards passing, but a lot of those came this past week against a bad Bengals team that only put up 3 points in the whole game. So that's my prediction. Eagles 24-17.
That was mine too, Philly.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's good. I think 30 points you win the game. I think the Eagles
I would
offense.
love to see them. The offense are up.
Like
That would be sick. They got to show me before I can believe.
I mean, they put 31 up last week, and everybody's pissed.
Yeah,
Again, 7
yeah, they
from
do,
special
but it's
teams,
usually 7 or so or 10 are off like points off turnover.
With
I
like
mean, they could get a pick 6.
Yeah. It's so crazy seeing the scoreboard last week because obviously we got the blocked punt for touchdown, but when you look at the points and like look at the stats of the offense, it's like, how did we score this many points?
Crazy. And it was the polar opposite of the week before. The week
Yeah,
before
you know what
you
I'm
were down
saying?
bad.
It's so crazy. I'm like, we have 31 on the board with like no receiver has like over 30 yards receiving. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I don't
Even
even know where
Saquon had like what, under 50 yards again? I'm like,
by the way, let me give Batula a little bit of credit. That side
Oh,
shoulder
yeah.
pass to Dallas Goedert, what a great play.
and
And by the way,
the tush push.
and so many people were talking about the fake tush push. They've faked the tush push a bunch of times last year. People were acting like that was the first time they ever faked the tush push. They've seen it. Kim hates the OC.
They hates him. I put that up.
Yes,
It was some nice play call in there, and then it got really bad, and some of the passing concepts got bad. But
I think the team right now is last year's the identity was Saquon Barkley, and now we don't have Saquon Barkley right now. So now we're in like, what do we do? But I also think it's not the team. Like I said, this all comes down to Kevin Batula. The offensive play calling with Saquon. He's in shotgun, handed off, running up the middle. These teams know what to do now. Stack the box. Okay, now you need to get in, running like counter handoffs. You know what I mean? Get him on the wing, stuff like that. So that's why the box is so jammed up. They just keep running him up in the middle. And even Jordan Mailata on the press conference Sunday, he kind of chirped a little bit, basically saying like we're one guy away, like the holes are there. So basically, he said that hey, we're doing our part, but like you're maybe different. And he even said different play calling. So that's literally a little shout out to the OC. What the play calling is not there.
yeah, part of that, and part of it is Steen is new, and Fred Johnson played a lot.
Lane's been hurt,
and
Lane
Lane's out. They've had some shuffling on the offensive line. So, and Landon's been hurt.
Yeah, he's let up. I've seen a stat. He's let up like 3 sacks so far this season, or something like that, and that's not like him at all. I feel like he's definitely nursing an injury. I know he hurt his back in like the first game, but he might be a lot more hurt than we think, and he's just a tough guy and plays through it.
I saw the boy Ray Diddy say that earlier this week. They like a lot of 12 and 13 personnel with the 2 tight ends, but what's happening is by having all those bodies so close together with the 2 tight ends, it's making it easier and more predictable to stop the run.
Just nice,
they may want to run the old Cliff Kingsbury, Oklahoma like spread, and
spread everybody out.
Put John Mechie out there, put 4 right, and try and run out of that formation where you have a little bit more space, and you don't have that like jumbo where all the bodies are piled up, and he can't get past that first layer of defense. So it would be interesting to see if they could do that, if they could put some of the burners outside, put Devontae Smith, Mechie, and get AJ Brown, stretch the field a little bit, but just hand off out of that formation with the plain 5 linemen.
Yeah, I also don't think it's a Saquon Barkley problem. I don't think it's like, Saquon's not the same. I do not think this is a Saquon Barkley. You see him when he gets the ball, he's fighting for every yard. Like I don't think this is not on him. So if anyone thinks it's him, it's not him.
And Lane Johnson's been like in and out, and he didn't finish the game last week. That changes your
that's 2 straight weeks of Lane exiting the game.
Yeah, when Barkley gets a catch, he had a big like dump pass like catch, and he just looks explosive as ever. Yeah, I think it's the line play and just some of the formations. It's just like they're just teeing off to stop the run.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully you can play action off of that, or using that to set up. That's what a lot of their offense is predicated on too. Once they get that first down, they can keep moving. Sometimes they just stall out and can't get out of their own way. But
I just think something has to give. Teams are definitely, obviously, they're playing Saquon, and that's their number one thing is make sure to contain the run. So if you're going to stack the box and you're playing for the run, then you have Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Something has to open up. You're telling me nothing is opening up. Everyone, these
Crazy.
defensive backs are superstars and are got these guys on lock. That's where I'm like, something like we're too good at every position to this be happening.
You're like, how is like Puka getting like
every single play that drive that last game?
Doesn't he have like 50 catches or something crazy
insane,
already?
Bro. I think
like
it's
an insane. Like that. Like I see that, and I think to myself, what are we doing? Like we have Devontae and AJ, and the defenses are focused on Barkley. How does somebody not have 20, 30 catches already?
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense to me. That's the
There's
problem.
a few like design pick plays that are designed to just get the dude like wide open.
Yeah. Maybe some razzle too. Like, can we do a flea flicker, an end around, like something? Like, get the juices flowing.
Like, flea flicker.
Anything.
It's crazy.
I mean,
all right, let's hit some memes, baby. What do you got for me? I don't know if Guido knows about this segment. We've tried to find some of our best videos. It could be ours. It could be others.
Week, right?
Meme of the week. We try to find it doesn't have to be the most viral thing. It could be a personal favorite or like just a funny meme that you posted.
I have been really loving all the Bad Bunny stuff. I spent the week learning who Bad Bunny was, besides like that Monaco song, which is like the only one I know. So I spent a lot of time getting into Bad Bunny, and so my runner-up for meme of the week is us dancing at Kendrick, dancing to Kendrick. That is going to be my runner-up. Us at the Super Bowl, but dubbed over Bad Bunny.
Yo.
I like Bad Bunny.
And then my meme of the week is going to be AJ. And then
I had this up.
Yeah, that's my meme of the week. I had nothing but fun making it. I was laughing the whole time I was doing it. In full disclosure, I saw a version of this meme on this Sopranos meme page that I follow, and I eagle-fied it, which I do to a lot of different things. And so me and the cute Latina girl in my section during Bad Bunny while the birds are up. And by the way, before I posted, I texted to my wife. I was like, hey, okay. I probably should have texted Alex too.
Can I post Blanca Salgado on Filthy and Philly right now?
Oh, wow. Good for you knowing her name.
How do you feel about a Blanca meme right about now?
Blanca.
I love the Sopranos meme page I follow is absolute cinema. It's so good.
Yeah, I picked the Moose as a Dallas fan.
Moose is a Dallas fan. Is clutch.
But
that
honorable mention too. Another bad. What's a Bad Bunnies? I like What's a Bad Bunnies. Honorable mention. This was inspired. This was inspired by the Guido. This is like some Fred again underground.
I like that one.
I don't even know where I got it. I was watching like a 2-hour loop. It's just that, but it's like a DJ mix that I like, but it's just that picture in the loop. And that was the song it was at that point, but it's funny. It's funny because Bad Bunnies and Fred again, when I went on the bachelor party to Columbia, that's like all it was like underground, like kind of American, like not like popular EDM, not like John Summit stuff. It was just like Fred again, like real, just like heavy, like DJ technical stuff, and just like straight like Bad Bunnies, like
reggaeton
playlist.
I had an underground one. Chase U posted a take on Bad Bunny, something about, I forget how he phrased it. It was on TikTok, And it was something about like not knowing the words or something like that. And I, I commented back, I don't even know the words to like a lot of English songs. Like, who cares what the words are? It's all
fun.
about the vibe. It's gonna be like a big party.
So the party animal.
People
by
really
Louise Fontaine.
over exaggerate the Super Bowl halftime show. I had a text status on Facebook. That was a real take of mine, which is like, if you're like that invested in what the halftime show is, your team sucks.
Yeah, I'm not. I feel
Your
like
team
honestly,
must suck.
I feel like honestly, especially like when we played Super Bowl, I feel like I didn't even watch the halftime show. I feel like that's my time to relax, take a lap, and decompress and like get it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only like 15, 20 minutes. You can watch it later on YouTube.
Time to get a beer. Time to.
But there's no question what Goodell is doing. Like to take a serious take, he's trying to appeal to the international audience so that he can take the NFL global. It's obvious. I mean, they had played a game in Dublin.
It's a big segment. It's
they played the game in Dublin.
It's brilliant on his side, you know.
Yeah, he's the #1 most streamed artist in the world, I think. So, like global artist wise, some like his songs have billions and billions of streams. I didn't really realize how impactful his music was and things like that. And I realize like politically, everything gets all politicized and everything like that. But if you understand what Roger Goodell is doing with the NFL, he wants to have every single team have an international game. At least one when the schedule expands another game, because 17's odd. You know he's going to 18. Everybody gets an international game. And then from there, he's going to start having international clubs, and football in 50 years will be just like soccer is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's in this like social media era, it's way more beneficial for them to have a artist like a Kendrick, a singular person that's polarizing than it is for them to have like a band, like a Metallica or something like that. Like you have Bad Bunny with billions of views. Any of these guys, millions of followers. Even if there's rumors they tried for like, Megan Thee Stallion and Adele and Taylor Swift. Like it's all like individuals that have tremendous clout and could bring more reach and more viewership to the game. So
it's huge.
I'm not mad at it. I like Bad Bunny. I like Bad Bunny in the club. I like Bad Bunny and Happy Gilmore too. I like it's good, solid.
Have you seen the Bad Bunny in Eagles gear?
No, we should
picture that's going around. Yeah, just look up Bad Bunny Eagles, and there's a picture of him, and it's a real picture. It's not photoshopped, and he has like an Eagles t-shirt on and an Eagles cap, and his like arms are like kind of crossed.
Oh yeah,
it's like Princess Di vibes. Yeah,
look at the bunny. Look at the bunny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's there.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. That's my Halloween costume.
Look at the one next to it. Look at the one next with it with the flag.
Oh, someone made it a shirt already. No.
Oh, they did. I was thinking about doing it for Halloween. Put a camera, Eagles hat, Eagles. That'd be a sick, like easy Halloween costume.
If we go back to the Super Bowl, that will surface. Bad Bunny's an Eagles fan.
Love it. I wonder when that picture was taken and why. Maybe you're just doing a concert in Philly.
When are you coming back up? Guida, Thanksgiving? You coming to Black Friday?
Black Friday. No, I'll probably be up there for the holidays.
So October 9th, we'll be at the tailgate this weekend. The Phillies game Monday, October 9th. We're gonna have watch party. Stay tuned for that. Eagles and Phillies on at the same time. And any last words, fellas, for the people at home?
Be on the lookout for our interview. I did a long-form interview with Axios News Network. They're writing a whole article on us and other crazy Philly sports fans. That article should be out on Thursday, and we'll be sharing that link. So thank you so much to Axios for interviewing us. Very cool. Big following. 200 and almost 300,000 on their Instagram.
Guido, what's new with you, brother? Any last words for the fine people?
Go Birds, fire Kevin Batullo, read your inner excellence, and watch closely for Guido hot takes on Sundays. Go Phillies, baby!
Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all at the tailgate. Hit us up if you're going. And our site and our shop is being redone too, so be on the lookout for that. Adios.
Fancy.